ओके। हरे कृष्णा। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमाहो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशगतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरतुषे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धु एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Oh, how come so less? Devotees have gone here, there, or what? Okay. So, last week we have seen about 9 point. Uh, we have seen about we have read till Yat Karoshi Rasnas 9.27, where actually Krishna speaks very. He speaks about. He gives us a kind of a you know. He's giving a kind of what you can we can say it as a bit relaxed than Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, where he's very clearly saying that Bhakti Upaharitam, and there those very high standard been set. So over there, the prominence is that devotee actually he he actually he first in his heart he offers to Krishna. First, his heart is full of devotion, and then he offers it to Krishna. So that may be a very big challenge for sadhaka bhaktas, you know, where we still have lot of our own desires. So Lord says over here that yat karoshi, yat asnasi, yat juhosi, dadasi, yat tapasasi kaunteya, mat kurushva tad arpanam. So very kindly he has said that you offer it, whatever you do it as an offering to me. Whatever you eat, you offer to me, and then you eat. Whatever no, whatever tapasya you do it as an offering to me. No, if no, that mat kurushva mad arpan, tat kurushva mad arpan. Do it as an offering. Whatever charity you give according to you give it to me. So as an offering to me. So the Lord has kindly made himself available to all of us also in this way. So do you remember something that we had discussed about this particular verse itself uh, in the previous week? what we had discussed about the verse Yat Karoshi Yat Asnasi. Can you
Prabhuji,
say?
you told from Prabhupada Purport, one of the purports that no, no, sorry, one of the lectures of Prabhupada that it is a karma kand verse. Means in this we will do what we want, but we offer it to Lord. So it does not come under
Uh,
the category of your devotional service.
yeah, yeah. No, we can't say. No, you will read it now today. Okay, anybody else? It is not Karma Kand. Karma Kand is very low. It's very high than Karma Kand. Yeah. Somebody else will like to say something.
We also discussed that this verse is above Nishkam Karma Yoga, but below pure
Ah,
devotion.
yeah, yeah. Yes.
Nishkam Karma Yogi,
Yes.
the actor only offers the pious activities, but in this, the yogi is offering everything.
Yes. So, yes, yes. This is what was very important. That this kind of a devotee, actually, he's a devotee. So he's above Nishkam Karmi also, Nishkam Karma Yogi also, and below Shuddha Bhaktas also, Shuddha Bhakti also. Why? Because the difference is Nishkam Karma Yogi people offers the results to Krishna. No, and what offers those results to Krishna, which uh, offers those activities result to Krishna, which are his duty. Hmm. But this kind of a devotee actually does not just offers the results of activities to Krishna, which are his duties, but everything, whatever he does, he offers to Krishna. So, so in our terms, we can say it. We can say it that we just don't honor prasadam. We just don't honor. We just don't offer the food which we eat as official, no prasad, like lunch, breakfast, and breakfast, lunch, dinner. But unofficial also what you eat has to be offered. Unofficially, I hope you understand, right? Unofficial means in between lunch, breakfast, in between breakfast, dinner, whatever you eat has to be offered, is offered to the Lord. Yat karosi, yat asnasi. So the Nishkam Karma Yogi will say, Dekho, this is not my duty was was certain thing was my duty, and I actually I offer it to Krishna. But Lord over here says the Lord the difference over here is that whatever he does, whatever he eats, whatever he gives charity, whatever tapasya he does as an offering to the Lord. You know, so I'll make you read something known as about this particular verse more. Uh, um, yes. So now over here, this is a verse for Yat Karosya Das Nasi itself. And our acharyas also write something. What we had discussed. I'm just what we had discussed. That is only over here, and they write it so you will be able to understand it also probably. Among all types of bhakti, you have mentioned starting with a mention of the with a, you have mentioned starting with mention of the bhakti of the sufferer, the desire of wealth. Ochar, chaturvida bhajante ma. So now he says about something. Read over here, Prabhu, one of you.
O
O
Arjuna,
Arjuna, O Arjuna, because you cannot reject karma, gyan, and other processes in your present state and are not qualified for the supreme bhakti, Kevala bhakti, and because you should not degrade yourself to perform the inferior sakam bhakti, you should perform bhakti with a slight mixture of karma and gyan. Karma Jnana Mishra Pradhani Bhuta Bhakti, but which is Nishkam. Note, this is predominantly bhakti with some mixture of other elements. It is similar to Karma Yoga because activities are performed, but it is superior to Karma Yoga and Nishkam Karma Yoga because all activities are beyond even prescribed duties and are offered to Lord without desire. It is similar to Gyan Mishra Bhakti because the person has knowledge of Atma and Paramatma. But it is superior to Gyan Mishra Bhakti because it has abundant appreciation of the personal features of the Lord. But because the consciousness is not always fixed on the Lord, the activities are offered after performance rather than before. Thus, it cannot be classed as Ananya Bhakti. Krishna explains this in two verses.
Yes. So this is very clear. This is Vishnu Chakravarti very clearly is writing that it is karma jnana mishra pradhani bhuta bhakti. No, it is surely not nishkam. It is above nishkam because in nishkam he is writing that a person offers even he does the Nishkam Karma Yogi only offers the result of his prescribed duty, but he goes beyond, even beyond prescribed duties are offered to the Lord without desire, without any desire to attain something back. He just offers to Krishna. He doesn't have any desire over there that if I offer it to Krishna, oh, I'll be released of the sin. No, he just offers it because why? Yeah, he do because he's our Lord. That is why he is also above Jnana Mishra Bhakti because he has abundant appreciation for the Lord's personal feature. You know. So, but only problem is this that he is not Ananya Bhakta. No, because his consciousness is not always fixed on the Lord. He is not always thinking of the Lord. He he predominantly may think about his own self or other people related to his self and try to do something in regard to that and then offer it to the Lord after the performance. Rather than Ananya Bhaktas, they are moved by the one. Their actions are imbued with love for the Lord. Means uh, this means that they only perform action by keeping Krishna's pleasure in the mind. You know? So it is not like it is not surely over here that they perform actions. This kind of bhakta perform action according to keeping their pleasure in the mind. That is also not truth. You know. Then he will be sakam karsmi because he will be attached to the results of his activity. He won't be offered. He won't be able to offer to the results of the activities of Krishna. So this kind of a bhakta is a is a devotee actually who waves who is on the he is on the waves of remembrance and forgetfulness of the Lord. But at least this much he does that whatever he is doing it in his life, charity, whatever he's doing it, he's doing it for Krishna, not for anybody else. So that's why he's writing. Whatever you do, whether following the rules of the Vedas or whether performing worldly action, whatever you eat or drink in ordinary life, whatever. Please remember the word whatever. You know, is whatever austerities. Is does an offering to me. Surely the offering cannot be against the will of the Lord. Huh? Now read, bro. One should call.
One should call this neither Nishkam Karma Yoga nor Bhakti Yoga. The practitioners of Karma Yoga offer actions prescribed in the scriptures to the Lord, but not all of the action they do in ordinary life. This view is accepted by everyone. The devotees, however, offer to the Lord all the actions of their mind, pranas, and senses. The method of bhakti is stated Kayena
Huh?
vacha manasendriyava buddhyata mana vanushrit swabhavat karoti yat sakalam parasme narayana iti samarpayamitam. In accordance with the particular nature one has acquired in conditional life, whatever one does with body, words, mind, senses, intelligence, or purified consciousness, one should offer to the supreme thinking, this is for the pleasure of Lord Narayan.
Hmm.
But when you
So,
mention that, yes,
uh, so okay, read this also. But when you mention,
but when you mention that I should offer in sacrifice, that sacrifice is derived from Archana, which is an ang of bhakti, aiming at the pleasure of Vishnu. And when you mention austerities, it means vows such as Ekadashi fast. This is all Ananya Bhakti. How can you say that it is not true? But Ananya Bhakti does not mean that you perform an action and then offer it to the Lord. Rather, in Ananya Bhakti, the action is done after offering it to the Lord.
after, so yeah, then after first offering it
After
to the
first offering it to the Lord. This is mentioned by Pralhad when he says, Iti Pumsar Pita Vishnu Bhaktische Navalakshana Kriyeti Bhagavati. This bhakti of 9 types, after being offered to the Lord, should then be performed for the Lord.
what does it mean? No, so it's very clear, huh? This is very profoundly written. Uh, so this devotee actually, what is his problem? Ananya Bhakta is different, and I have told you about. I have shown you that last time. This verse, Iti Pumsa Pita Vishnu Bhakti Shevan Lakshana Kriyate Bhagavati Adha. The word Adha as was explained very nicely in the purport of Prabhupada itself. And he explains the same thing that first offering is made, then the action is performed. So means what? So like a devotee who is doing kirtan, so he does the kirtan and tries to offer it to the Lord. But Ananya Bhakta, actually he first offers it to the Lord. Means what? His bhakti, his heart is full of the appreciation of the Lord's name, and then he presents his offering in the form of singing. Mhm. So we may do, and then we try, Bhagwan, please accept it. You know, but Ananya Bhaktas are those who actually offer it before, and then in the consciousness they offer it to the Lord, and then they perform the action of offering. So this is very, very, very different. Ananya Bhakta means Ananya Cheta. He's nothing else is in his Chetana. So that is why, although the act may be the same of this kind of a devotee and an Ananya Bhakta, that he may also do the Ekadashi fast, and Ananya Bhakta also does the Ekadashi fast, but is a difference over here. Now that's what has been written. So no, over here, Ananda Bhaktas, have a lot of appreciation for Ekadashi. They are waiting for Ekadashi, not for honoring feast Ekadashi, but because it's a Bhakti Janani, he is very happy, and he does that and offers it to the Lord. And we may perform the Ekadashi and then offer it to him. So the difference is about the state of one's consciousness. So anyhow, so this is all, this is the, so uh, karoti yat sakalam, right? Na? So whatever this the kind of a devotee does, actually does this to an offering to the Lord. Kayena vacha manasendriya, buddhyatma atma manusrit swabhava. So whatever is according to body, mind, senses, intelligence, purified consciousness is offered to the supreme thinking. Karoti yat yat sakalam parasmay. Narayanaeti samarpayetam. So because Sridhar Swami actually, when he writes about Bhagavatam, and Bhakti, the explanation about, he clearly offers this, that Ananda Bhakta means first being offered to the Lord, the action first being offered to the Lord, and then it is performed. This is Ananda Bhakti. So so I'm just giving an example for cooking. He has a lot of bhakti. He wants to cook for the Lord. He has a desire to to please the Lord. He is in love with the Lord. He's always constantly thinking about the Lord, and then it precipitates into action of offering, of cooking bhoga for the Lord and offering it to the Lord. So, surely if somebody, has mm, but this verse, as I said to you, is above Nishkam, below Ananya, below Ananya to samajh mein aa gaya. Above Nishkam, you know, means a devotee should not have any kamana from it. है ना? ओ मैंने ये कमाया है, इससे मैं थोड़ा मजा मारूंगा और थोड़ा दे दूंगा भगवान ने, ये तो निष्काम नहीं, तो सकाम हो गया, राइट ना? मैं ये बनाऊंगा थोड़ा अपने खाने के लिए, लेकिन बट भगवान को भी अर्पण करना चाहिए, तो सकाम हो गया, निष्काम भी नहीं है। निष्काम मतलब he is not attached to the fruits of activity. He does his duty, है ना? So and offers it to Krishna. So Sakam one should not fall to, right now. So Baldev Vidyabhushan also says the same, over here. So about this verse. So anyhow, I want to show you. I don't know whether you may feel too much एक ही verse पे इतना क्यों, but this verse is a very very important verse in the sense of this section of the last section of the ninth chapter is very important. I'll just show you a few paragraphs that you read, no, that you may read, and you will be able to understand about this category of bhakti. This is called as one of the semblance of devotion. it is not yet complete devotion. This ayat karoshi yadasnasi yad juhosi dadasi yad. So, okay, I'll just show you something and then maybe, we'll go ahead. But else you will all feel कि इतना एक verse से. But I want to show you because ahead when you read the Nenodi, you should not have any confusion. Because over there, Nenodi very clearly says, Baba, this is not bhakti. And we have read till now. So three types of semblance of devotion you are able to see. And, so the third is this type, what we are talking about. Yad karoshi, yad dasnasi, yad jihosi dadasi. So Sri Prabhupada adds the third category to these two broad ones. Karan Mishra and Gyan Mishra broad one, and he adds one more, Yog Mishra Bhakti. So he says over here, whatever do. By such service, when imperfectly performed, materially attached persons purify themselves by staying in touch with the Lord. This process of doing everything as an offering to Krishna Arpanam is the ideal behavior for devotee engaged in devotional service mixed with fruitive work. Sri Kavi says, in accordance with a particular nature one has acquired in conditioned life, whatever one does with the body, mind, senses, intelligence, one should offer to the Supreme Thinking. This is for the pleasure of the Narayan. In other words, devotee should offer every thought and deed to Krishna. So surely it's very high platform, is so so they talk about, this technically this is called as Aropa Siddha Bhakti. This is what is called as Aropa Siddha Bhakti. This is Karoshi Dasnashi principle. Just read this much paragraph, bro. There's two paragraphs for read. Sridhar Swami.
Sridhar Swami, in his commentary on the above verse, says that not not only should devotees offer to the Lord those things prescribed according to religious paths, ceremonies, and regulations, but they should dedicate to the Lord all activities performed according to their personal natures. This implies that bearing sinful or wicked acts, even whimsical activities or items to one's own liking may be offered to Krishna. This type of devotional service mixed with fruitive work is known as that in which the quality of devotion is attributed to fruitive work, Aropa Siddha Bhakti. It should be noted that here the word Siddha does not mean perfection but accomplishment. In other words, one accomplishes Siddha to attribute Aropa, devotion, Bhakti to mundane acts.
So he does his mundane acts. Why mundane act? Because it is not imbued with bhakti. Uh, because it is not done with the remembrance of the Lord. But because it is off, the result is offered to the Lord. That is why it is called as Aropit Bhakti. So anyhow, we do first Aropit Bhakti only. So this is very clear. So over here is saying this implies that bearing sinful or wicked acts. No, not sinful and wicked acts, but even whimsical acts or items to one's own liking may be offered to Krishna. Lord, there will be people who will be saying, "अपना वो भक्ति में ही करना चाहेगा." It is not sinful act, but he will do whimsically. And like very simple. Can you all give example for this? I don't know what I my question is, give an example for where somebody is not doing something weird, sinful or wicked act. No, but in bhakti doing whimsical act. Huh? Any example, Prabhu? कोई एग्जाम्पल नहीं. अरे अपना पूरा भक्ति इस पे चल रहा है. हाँ, अरे समझना बहुत जरूरी है. क्वेश्चन समझ में आया?
गुरु जी ग्रे जोन एक्टिविटीज आते
यार ग्रे जोन एक्टिविटी आएगा, क्यों नहीं आएगा?
जी फॉर एग्जांपल कैन बी गिवन दैट अगर मुझे कुछ सर्विस दी गई है, सर्विस छोड़ के मैं कुछ उससे साधना कर रहा हूँ या फिर उस तरह.
Okay. Okay, yeah, can be called as. Okay, anything more?
Guruji, if one does offering or worship, he won't follow all the rules and regulations, but will do according to his own way.
Okay, but it may go in offensive zone. Uh, Not offensive.
Nectar shopping, what we say.
Yeah, nectar shopping. Okay, good. Anybody else?
Inattentive japa Guruji.
हाँ, फिर से.
Inattentive japa.
I could not understand bro.
He's saying inattentive japa.
Inattentive japa. No, if he is not trying, to be attentive, yeah, whimsically doing, yeah, okay, okay, something more, you can catch it. One or two more examples.
Guruji, doing means doing that which is not according to our level or trying to cross our level and doing things which are beyond our adhikar.
Okay, very good,
Reading or
very
hearing.
good. Yeah, reading or hearing something which is beyond our adhikar. भगवान भक्ति कर रहा हूँ मैं, भक्ति कर रहा हूँ सही है, बट थोड़ा अलग तरह का भक्ति. Yeah.
Prabhuji, maintaining material attachment while doing bhakti.
Okay, maintaining mental attachment while doing bhakti. Okay, right, right, right. One more, last one. Who can give? Nothing. Actually, it's very simple.
Justifying
Yeah.
material attachments by fulfilling
Yeah,
certain
justifying
functions of
material.
the
Yeah, justifying material attachment. Yes, justifying material attachment. Right, right. You know, like somebody wants to go to, he likes to, go to different places. He likes to travel. There are some people like to adventure. महाबलेश्वर जाएंगे हम. अरे क्यों जाएगा महाबलेश्वर? हैं? उधर जाके हम माउंटेन पे हरिनाम करेंगे. तो इधर हरिनाम नहीं हो सकता. तो हरिनाम ही करेंगे और कुछ नहीं करेंगे. अरे किसने बोला रुचि आप भक्ति तो कर रहे हैं, उधर जाके भागवत भागवत पढ़ाई करेंगे? अरे वाह. किसने बोला? वो प्रभु मन ने बोला. मन बोल रहा है. ठीक है, अर्पण कर देना भगवान को. आरोप सिद्ध. राइट ना. जो हम करना चाहते हैं, मन जो बोलता है, भले ही ठीक है, इट्स नॉट सिंफुल और विकेट, इट्स वेरी क्लियर, है ना. बट इट इज not very not with a bhakti yeah. It is more of a I wish to do, I'll do it, but I offer it to the Lord. I won't do something here and there, something like that it is. So this is what has been said over here. He is saying that this is aropa. So even whimsical activity or items to one's own liking may be offered to Krishna. This type of devotional service is mixed with fruitive work, is known as that which is the quality of devotion is attributed to the fruitive. Yeah. So he talks about, you'll read later on about Arop Siddha Bhakti for sure. Here he gives some examples which I want you all to read. Read to neophyte devotees.
Only
One of
Neophyte devotees, especially those contaminated by Mayavad philosophy, have no faith in or knowledge of Krishna's eternal form. They cannot see that the Lord's form is transcendental even when fashioned with material elements. Thus, when such materialistic devotees see the deities of Radha and Krishna, for example, they consider the deities to be representations of the absolute truth, not the Lord directly. As they go through the motions of Archana, offering food and arti to the deities, these devotees think that they are engaged in devotional service, but there can be no devotional service without faith and knowledge. There can only be a semblance of devotion. the devotion is actually called attributed. Still, although Arupsiddha Bhakti is not pure, it helps devotees become regulated in rituals and accustomed to surrendering the results of their work. It paves the way to the steadiness on the path.
Pure devotion, yes. So this, what if anybody who is doing this kind of bhakti also, actually he should here it's written that it is not bhakti, it is semblance of devotion, but it helps us to become regulated in rituals and accustomed to surrendering the result of their work. And with this, he has to increase his faith and knowledge. How this faith and knowledge will be increasing, now how it will increase? Oh, for that he has to perform, mainly shravanam and kirtanam. And he has to hear from a pure devotee, and no, he has to hear, right? Na shravanam has to be done, because then only the shravanam and pathanam and kirtanam, it's the same, no? So it has to be done. Till the point he doesn't read scripture, doesn't hear the scripture from pure people who have actually pure faith. And though he won't go ahead, right? No? He maybe keep on doing it nicely, offering to others, but he's not reading the scripture or not hearing the scriptures. His bhakti will not become more rooted in the terms of increasing one's faith and knowledge. It will remain aropa only. Aropa said the bhakti. It will not convert into Kaivalas or Ananda Bhakti. So this is very important. This means, although we are doing everything, we are offering everything to the Lord, we should not consider that insufficient. We have to continue ahead in terms of, increasing one's hearing, Patanam and Shravanam, along with Kirtanam. Then only his faith and knowledge increases, and that's how he then bhakti increases in his heart. Then no more he does Aropasiddha bhakti, never does a whimsical activity and tries to offer to the Lord. This kind of bhakti he doesn't does. He comes to the platform of actually, platform of actually having devotion for the Lord. May not be of quality of love, but he has a devotion. He doesn't likes to do now any whimsical activity. अभी वो कहाँ जाएगा जहाँ पे उसको बोला जाएगा जाने के लिए, वहां पे अभी अपने मन से नहीं जाता है ये इधर से उधर, अपने मन से कुछ नहीं खाता, अपने मन से कुछ चैरिटी नहीं देता, अपने मन से कुछ तपस्या नहीं करता, राइट ना? सो अभी जैसा जैसा बताया जाता है वैसा करता है, जैसा गुरु साधु शास्त्र से सुनता है वो वैसा करता है। ऐसा नहीं कि अपना मन अपना थोड़ा सा उसमें इच्छा लगा के, नहीं, अपना कुछ हेतु नहीं है उधर। Then it becomes ananya bhakti. Before to that it remains aropsada bhakti. So whatever bhakti is, we have heard about it's giving fruit, in terms of the 6 characteristics of pure devotional service that we have heard, klesha, agni and all that happens with ananya bhakti, not even with this aropsada bhakti. बहुत थोड़ा थोड़ा होगा, बहुत थोड़ा थोड़ा होगा, right? Na? So if we want the benefits which is mentioned of the bhakti in our life, we should try that we go above the level of performing pure devotional service, which is performed even with having anarthas in the heart. That's not that one. It is not said that one has to be completely purified to have it. No. Yes, true. Question.
Prabhuji, before you said that in Nishkam Karma Yoga, only prescribed duties which are enjoined in the scriptures are offered to the Lord, but in case of this verse, everything is offered to the Lord. Yat Karusya. So, Prabhuji, which are those activities which a Nishkam Karma Yogi does not offer? Can you give some example?
Yeah, he may he is earning certain amount, so he may offer it to the Lord. But maybe he has property coming from his parents that he may not offer it to the Lord. Suppose he is getting, you're understanding, na? This is very simple. I'm giving a very layman example to you. Like somebody may be there, he will be, maybe, or I can give another example to you. Hmm, um, I gave an example to you right now about lunch, breakfast, dinner. No, Nishkam Karma Yogi, lunch, breakfast, dinner is a duty. जो भी बनाएगा ऑफरिंग, बीच में जो भी खाएगा वो शायद नहीं करेगा। वो बोलेगा ठीक है, तो फ्रूट तो चलता है, ड्राई फ्रूट भी चलता है, थोड़ा फरसान भी चलता है, बिना ऑफरिंग के भी चलता है। So no, you understand, this is not how actually it is done. No, he does whatever he does an offering to the Lord. So Nishkam Karma people may be, duty bound, they may be giving. Whatever I do is my duty, I'll offer it to the Lord. That's what it also means. I give you two examples. Is that makes clear or?
Yes, Prabhuji, examples are clear. But in second example, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that whatever is not offered, it is sinful. So ideally, Prabhuji, Nishkam Karma Yogi should also offer everything.
No, actually, yeah, but no, Nishkam Karmi people actually they are attached to work. One thing is this about the Nishkam Karma people. They are attached to the work, you know. And this kind of devotee is also some kind, Yat Karushi is also a bit attached to the work. So Nishkam Karma Yogi is actually not been said that he is a pure devotee. No? He may perform something here or there. It is not that he may not uh, he is offering everything to the Lord. So he is not attached to the fruits of activities. He may give it to the fruit, but he's attached to the work, and also he may not be giving every fruit of his activity. That also may be. So Nishkam Karma Yogi is actually is a uh, step towards Ananda Bhakti if its faith and knowledge increases. That's what is said. You're right in one way. Is
And
that
Prabhuji,
okay?
Nishkam Karma Yogi is means better than Jnana Yogi because the Nishkam Karma Yogi has faith in personal features of Lord.
Yeah. In our the you might have heard no? Third chapter or fifth chapter. Yeah. That is truth. Only problem is Krishna. Because he has a personal conception of the Lord is highest, but problem is attached. There where he gets into the problem. Right. He is attached to the results or attached to the work. Whereas Gyanis are not attached. Neither to the result, neither to the work. Manvanti might not have a personal conception of the Lord. So because he has a personal conception, Nishkam Karmi he can be considered a higher than a Gyani. We have read na, philosophically and devotionally. Yeah, that's what it comes from. Anybody else, प्रभु? अच्छा, क्या समझ में आया ये भी बता दो आप लोग, जितना हमने अभी तक ज्ञात करोशी के बारे में बात. What did you understood? Tell in one or two line. आप नहीं हाथ उठाएंगे तो मैं बोलूंगा रैंडमली बोलने के लिए. नहीं, कौशिक ब्रो नहीं, कोई और. चलो तेजस्वी, you choose somebody. रैंडमली बोलो किसी का नाम उसको.
I will do.
ठीक है, बोलो.
Means this verse is only mainly for one who is above Nishkam Karma Yoga but below Ananya Bhakti, because he is offering the results after performing the work, but Ananya Bhakta offers it before doing. Means every is offers and then he starts.
Yeah, because he has a bhakti in a heart, so he wants to do that for the pleasure of the Lord. That is his motive. His trigger is the pleasure of the Lord, and then he acts. But for us, trigger may be anything else, but we act and then offer to the Lord. That okay, very good, thank you. Any question on this? Okay, cool. We move ahead. Where is the book? Yes. You are able to see the 28 number shlok?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So now the result of what happens of this doing Yat Karosya Dasnashi has been said over here in this verse. Shubha Ashubha Phaler Evam Mokshaya Se Karma Bandhana Sannyasa Yoga Yuktatma Vimukto Mam Upashyasi. Yeah, read through.
Translation. In this way, you will be freed from bondage to work and its auspicious and inauspicious results. with your mind fixed on me, in this principle of renunciation, you will be liberated and come to me.
So this is the yeah, phala. Phal, what he gets, what is the fruit of he gets is that you will be liberated and come to me. Yes.
Sir, but one who acts in Krishna consciousness under superior direction is called Yukta Vairagya. The technical term is Yukta Vairagya.
एक देखा आपने ये word? One who acts in Krishna under,
Superior direction.
that is called yukta vairagya. अपने मन से नहीं, जोड़ दिया और हो गया, नहीं, under superior direction. Yeah, पढ़िए.
This is why Rupa Goswami says that as long as we are in the material world, we have to act.
Words, why not words? Anashaktasya.
आसक्तस्य विषयान् यथा यथा अर्हम् उपयुञ्जत निर्बन्ध कृष्ण सम्बन्धे युक्त वैराग्यम् उच्यते. Rupa Goswami says that as long as we are in the material world, we have to act. We cannot cease acting. Therefore, if actions are performed and the fruits are given to Krishna, then that is called Yukta Vairagya. Actually situated in renunciation, such activities clear the mirror of the mind, and as the actor gradually makes progress in spiritual realization, he becomes completely surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, at the end, he becomes liberated, and this liberation is also specified. By this liberation, he does not become one with the Brahmajyoti, but rather enters into the planet of the Supreme Lord. It is clearly mentioned here, Mam Upayashasi. He comes to me, back to Godhead. There are 5 different stages of liberation, and here it is specified that the devotee who has always lived his lifetime here under the direction of the Supreme Lord, as stated, has evolved to the point where he can, after quitting his body, go back to Godhead and engage directly in the association of the Supreme Lord. Anyone who has no interest but to dedicate his life to the service of the Lord is actually a sannyasi. Such a person always thinks of himself as an eternal servant, dependent on the supreme will of the Lord. As such, whatever he does it for the benefit of the Lord. Whatever action he performs it as service to the Lord. He does not give serious attention to the fruitive activities or prescribed duties mentioned in the Vedas. For ordinary persons, it is obligatory to execute the prescribed duties mentioned in the Vedas. But although a pure devotee who is completely engaged in the service of the Lord may sometimes appear to go against the prescribed Vedic duties, actually it is not so. It is said, therefore, by Vaishnava authorities that even the most intelligent person cannot understand the plan and activities of the pure devotee. The exact words are Tandra Vakya Kriya Mudra
Again, I'm
Videhanab Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 23.39. A person who is thus always engaged in the service of the Lord, or is always thinking and planning how to serve the Lord, is to be considered completely liberated at present. And in the future, he is going back to God. It is guaranteed. He is above all materialistic criticism, just as Krishna is above all criticism.
So Prabhupada actually is clearly saying over here that no, such kind of a devotee actually is called a Yukta Vairagya because he is performing actions and giving it to Krishna. So Yukta Vairagya is not over here the highest way of bhakti. We may consider to be highest, but over here is been very clearly been said. Rupa Goswami says, as long as we're in the material world, we have to act. We cannot cease acting. Therefore, if actions are performed and the fruits are given to Krishna, it is called as Yukta Vairagya. So under superior, proper rights of under superior's direction. So this is, and when somebody does that, his consciousness is purified, and he attains me, Mam Upashyasi. He doesn't attains liberation of nature of entering to Brahma Jyoti, or he doesn't attains the nature of actually Salokya, and such kind of a. He attains Vaikuntha, or he attains service of the Lord. You know, he is not just being present on the planet of the Lord, something like that. He attains service to the Lord. So, and this kind of a consciousness is called a sannyas also. So so anyone who has interest to dedicate he lives the life in a life of dedication, service to the Lord. You know, so he is so this is also a very great platform. You know, but please remember uh, in this Yat Karoshi Tasnasi, is surely not categorized as an Anya Bhakti, but it's quite a high platform where a person is not attached to the result, neither is attached to the work. Only he does not have awakened pure love for the Lord. That is only missing. So that's the difference between Anya Bhakta and this kind of Bhakta. So he eventually will get purified and he will attain the service of the Lord in his dham. So and this kind of a consciousness is actually a sannyas, where whatever he doesn't does anything which is not being offered which can't be offered to the Lord, or he doesn't does anything which he doesn't offers it to the Lord. So whatever he does is like that. So so proper writes about Vaishnava Kriya Mudra Vigena Bujaya, because sometimes a very high elevated devotee, a person devotee actually may do certain things which may not be according to the scriptures, but you can't say that hey ये whimsical है या कुछ है ये तो यत कदोषी या दसनासी से भी नीचे वाला नहीं. He may do it like Ramanand Rai may be doing it for decorating the young ladies for dancing in front of the Lord Jagannath. Never to be treated as it is not according to the Vedic rules and regulations, but it can't be treated to be wrong also because he is a devotee of a very high stature. So this verse actually, this Subha Ashubham Phalam, so it's about so there is something called as two kind of devotees, Prabhu. No, uh, so two kinds of devotees. What is that? One is that Nirpeksha devotee. Uh, so he's of category of Satatam Kirtayantoma. But there is one category of a devotee called as Paranishtada devotee. Who also performs kirtan. Who also performs bhakti by offering all actions to me. To teach the people. So one thing I want to say that Krishna proper writes about Arjuna in that purport, previous purport that Krishna told, hey, you are not qualified, you have to do karma and jnana, so you do it. It doesn't, he is not just Paranishta Bhakta, you know, he's a pure devotee in the sense of he has a love for the Lord, Arjuna. But such a blood devotee also who has a love for the Lord may do like this set of karma and jnana in the state of just doing Sarupa Siddha Bhakti. Sarupa Siddha Bhakti means कुछ नहीं करता वो सततम कीर्तयन्तो माम, है ना? Straight nine process of devotional service only he does. Nothing else. No karma, no jnana. No karma, no jnana means what? No duty, no prescribed duty. No, not for eating also he will not. Cook food. No, no karma, no gyan to that degree. Or if he cooks, he doesn't cook for himself. He only cooks for his Lord. So, so very high stature of a Nirpeksha devotee. But Paranishta devotee is also this kind that he offers whatever he does to Krishna. So, uh, the Nirpeksha devotee performs only activities of bhakti. And Paranishta Bhaktas performs activity of bhakti as well as a prescribed duty imbued with devotion and offers to the Lord. So whatever material activities the person may do to support one's daily existence, like eating, performing sacrifices, giving charity or austerities, he does it as an offering to Krishna. But one should not think that this bhakti which offers all actions is same as a bhakti of a Sanishtata Bhakta. So Nirpeksha Bhakta, Paranishta Bhakta, Sanishtha Bhakta. So what are offered in a Sanishtha Bhakti are only the actions which are defined in Bhakti Vedas. But Paranishta devotees are higher, because they offer because they offer action to the Lord, and not just a prescribed action, and every action. That's what is a Yat Karoshi. So Yat Karoshi Rasnasi verse was for to Paranishta devotees. Paranishta. Paranishta, and that is why Prabhupada, right now when you're reading Asubham Phalam, he's writing for sannyasa. Because Paranishta, sannyas mantra is only Paranishta bhaktas. So Paranishta bhaktas is dependent on the Lord. Whatever he does, he can't do anything which is not to be what he doesn't offer it to the Lord. So that's why over there the sannyas has been spoken over here. So whereas Sanishta bhaktas are different. They are not. So this means Yatkarosha Rasnasi itself is a very high position. That is why many times you will see Prabhupada also saying about when he's explaining bhakti, he says this verse, Yat Karoshi, Yat Asnasi. And then he also says Anya Bilashita Shunya. He also says that. And consider that, and many times he combines both and says this to be bhakti. Because yes, this kind of bhakti is also very great. That is why you read right now that this kind of a devotee is offered, he's taken Mam Upashyasi. He is taken to the Lord. No, he doesn't stay as some Pach Mukti. Nahi, Pach Mukti se upar jata hai ye log. So he's not a Shantras person. No, of Vaikuntha nature. No, he's higher. So why? Because he has a nature of offering everything to the Lord. Everything. Offers all acts. And that is why it is very, so wanting, so he is something. So this devotee actually, that's why it's been said that Krishna is very clear saying that he is freed from bondage of karma. Bhaktir yasya bhajanam. So his mind is engaged. Because his mind is engaged in renunciation of the results of action, sannyasa yoga, he will be liberated. And not only just liberated, what will happen? He obtains vimukti. If you see the verse, if you see the word comes, vimukto mam upashyasi. Is not general mukti, right? No, general mukti is 5 types. He is given vimukti. Vimukti means, he will come close to the Lord and serve him directly. Muktanam api siddhanam narayana parayana sudurlabha prasantatma kotis api mahamuni. So such mukta people, such is not said about those who are right now. Upon mukta nam api siddhana. This verse, I hope you know this verse. No, this verse says that among millions who are liberated. So among millions who are liberated, yat karoshi yatasnasi, this fellow. Because liberated तो मतलब क्या पांच लिबरेशन मिल जाता है उसको. बट उन 5 लिबरेशन मिले वाले लोगों में से भी मुक्ता नाम अपि सिद्धा नाम was perfect in knowledge. Narayana Parayana is Narayana Parayana. Sudurlabha is very rare. Right? Na? That is why Prabhupada considered this to be as a Shuddha Bhakti also many times. So such devotees who are very peaceful are extremely rare. Mukti dadate karachit samna bhakti yogam. So those who are engaged in getting the Lord favor, attain liberation from the Lord very easily. But it does not very easily give the opportunity to render direct service to the Lord, to himself. But this kind of a devotee is offered direct service to the Lord and a chance to offer direct service to the Lord in his abode. So this achievement is much higher than liberation. So those who perform bhakti attain more than what these other fellows may get. So this bhakti is superior to Sakam, Nishkam, Jnana Mishra, because Sakam, Nishkam, Jnana Mishra Bhakti only yield Salokya and Santras. Sakam Bhakti, maximum Salokya Mukti. Nishkam and Jnana Mishra Bhakti, maximum Shantaras. But this devotee, no, is beyond. He is offered a chance to directly service to the Lord. So this devotee is has no bondage of karma, right? Na? Because he's not any has anything desirable or undesirable results of previous action, and he is in a and he is a sannyasa yoga yuktatma. He is a liberated. He is because his sannyasa yoga yuktatma. Why? Because his mind is engaged in the process of purification by offering all actions to the Lord, and that's why he is liberated in a very special way. Vimukta, Vimukta. V is word, Vi is a word for Vishesh. Vishesh Mukti is given to him. What is that Vishesh Mukti? I already told you. He will attain direct service to me, close to me. Na. So this much the Lord has said about this kind of a devotee. Any questions, bro, on this verse? Subham Ashubham Phalam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hmm.
Prabhuji, I have two questions. First is, Prabhuji, you told about three types of bhakta. Paranishthita, Swanishthit, and third one was?
Nirpeksha.
So, Prabhuji, you said that Satatam Kirtayam Tamam is a Nirapeksha type of bhakta.
Hmm.
And this one is Paranishthit bhakta, the verse which we have yet Parashya discussed. So,
Hmm.
Prabhuji, one verse we also read in between, Kayana Vacha Manasendriyan, means offering all actions of one's mind, body, intelligence, purified consciousness.
Is
So that is
Paranishta
also
Bhakta.
Paranishthit? Okay.
Paranishta.
That is not Nirapeksha.
No. We understand bhakti is how much we have to go ahead.
Because Prabhuji Shri Kavi says in that even the purified consciousness should be offered. So still it is not Prabhuji. Nirapeksha.
Purified consciousness is offered. So he does it with purified consciousness only, not for me, for the Lord. But he is not imbued with devotion yet. Means ऐसा नहीं है कि वो no, performs the action and offers it to the Lord. Not that he has a love for the Lord with which he impels the action. The action is impulse. Yeah.
And Prabhuji, second is just now you said that Sakam Bhakta goes to Salokya and Jnana Mishra
Maximum.
Bhakta maximum, and Jnana Mishra Bhakta can maximum go to you say Shantaras, you said, yes.
Shantaras.
But both of these bhaktas, Sakam Bhakta and Jnana Mishra, both have their personal desire. So how can they even attain liberation with these desires?
Actually, no, Sakam to can attain Salokya means, but this Sakam is not, his Sakam is in the sense of, not Sakam in the sense what we feel. आप हमारे लिए पॉकेट में नहीं, सकाम उसको क्या कामना है, भगवान का रूप प्राप्त करना है ना, भगवान का कुछ ये काम, उसका कामना भगवान के कामना से ऊपर आगे नहीं है, तो वो भी बहुत ऊंचा है। हमारा थोड़ा अलग रहेगा। हमारे लिए अगर हमें इस स्टेट में जाना है तो भगवान को कहीं वैकुंठ से नीचे कुछ और भी बनाना पड़ेगा। तो जस्ट जोकिंग, कुछ नहीं बनने वाला, हमें जाना पड़ेगा। so yeah, I understood ना bro?
Yes, Prabhuji. So this Sakam has that kamna कि लॉर्ड का रूप चाहिए।
या रूप चाहिए, ऐश्वर्य चाहिए, भगवान जैसा थोड़ा मतलब वैसा है, ऐश्वर्य युक्त है।
And Prabhuji, he also comes in the category of Paranishta Bhakta, this Sakam one.
ना परनिष्ठा नहीं है ये, परनिष्ठा नहीं है, थोड़ा नीचे है।
Swanishta.
परनिष्ठा तो मैंने, हाँ सनिष्ठा, परनिष्ठा तो बल तो यत करोषि is direct service to the Lord. अब शांत. Okay, anybody else?
Prabhuji, can you explain this Swanishta Bhakta once again? Like he performs duty but without devotion, yeah?
Without devotion means not like zero devotion. He performs with the mind of actually, you can say that he may not offer all his actions to the Lord, because he only is a person who may actually say something like that. Sanishta Bhakta, he has okay, I'll show you exactly. Better to show you. Is able to catch. Yeah. Yes. So as we said, one should think, no. He offers all actions, no, as a Shanishta Bhakta. So Sanishta Bhakta offers those actions which are defined in Vedas. What he does that only. So not all the activities. He is more of a devotee of a level of a duty.
Guruji, we can say
Not a
Niskam Karma Yoga, Yogi.
नहीं 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 no, हाँ, you can say as a Nishkam Karma Yogi. You can say it as you can say it as Nishkam Karma Yogi. He is just as a duty level. Paranishta is above duty, maybe bit below love. Love is Ananya. This makes sense. Everyone, makes sense? Yeah. See, everybody has a devotion. That is called as a bhakta. Sakam bhakta. Bhakta है ना भाई? भक्त है, भक्त कहलाया जा रहा है ना वो, right ना? But it is not of. But in bhakti also there is a categorization, a lot of categorization. So this is called as refining, fine tuning of one's consciousness. Okay, shall you go ahead? We have 5-6 minutes. We'll just read one more verse and then at least, and then we'll go. Yeah. So let us read it. So now he says, Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dvesho asti na priyah ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maititeshu chapyaham.
Translation. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all, but whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. Purport.
So,
One more question here, that if Krishna is equal to everyone and no one is his special friend, then why does he take a special interest in the devotee who are always engaged in his transcendental service? But this is not discrimination, it is natural. Any man in this material world may be very charitably disposed, yet he has a special interest in his own children. The Lord claims that every living entity in whatever form is his son, and so he provides everyone with a generous supply of necessities of life. He is just like a cloud which pours rain all over, regardless of whether it falls on rock or land or water. But for his devotees, he gives specific attention. Such devotees are mentioned here. They are always in Krishna consciousness, and therefore they are always transcendentally situated in Krishna. The very phrase Krishna consciousness suggests that those who are in such consciousness are living transcendentally situated in Him. The Lord says here distinctly, Maite, they are in me. Naturally, as a result, the Lord is also in them. This is reciprocal. This also explains the word Ye tatamam prapadyante tam stheva bhajamyam. Whoever surrender unto me proportionally, I take care of him. This transcendental reciprocation exists because both the Lord and the devotee are conscious. When a diamond is set in a golden ring, it looks very nice. The gold is glorified at the same time the diamond is glorified. The Lord and the living entity eternally glitter, and when a living entity becomes inclined to the service of the Supreme Lord, he looks like gold. The Lord is diamond. And so this combination is very nice. Living entities in a pure state are called devotees. The Supreme Lord becomes the devotee of his devotees. If a reciprocal relationship is not present between the devotee and the Lord, then there is no personalist philosophy. In the impersonal philosophy, there is no reciprocation between the Supreme and the living entity. But in the personalist philosophy, there is.
yeah. So now, so anyhow, so the over here, here has been said that because the question may be arise for purpose writing, some may ask a question. Hey, Krishna, you say you're equal to everyone. No, but बोल दिया आपने, उसको आप अपने धाम लेके जाएंगे, अपने सेवा में लगाएंगे और बाकी लोग को नहीं लगाएंगे, ऐसा क्यों? Probably you're not equal to. You have some special interest in the devotee. Why is it so? Krishna is saying, Baba, I am not envious to anyone. neither I am partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders such in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I'm also a friend to him. So that's what Lord says. Nobody can say I'm partial. And that's why Prabhupada gives a very classic analogy that some maybe person will be very charitably disposed to everyone, but has a special interest in his own children. No. So the devotees are like Krishna's own children, special in their own children. Everybody is Prabhupada, everybody is Krishna's children, but devotee is a special children, special children. Like okay, give a mundane example. Like father and mother. Father and mother may have a son and a daughter. You know, so father and mother are equally they love the son and daughter. But it also says that scripture says somewhere says father has a natural more affection for the daughter, and the mother has a natural more affection for the son. But they love both of them. They are not envious of anyone. They're not partial to anyone. But it is nature. By nature, it is like that. That the father will love the daughter more, and the son and the mother will love the daughter more, son more. Natural. Same way, Lord is saying, I am equal to everyone. All are my sons only. All jivas are my son. But devotee, and a natural, I have a natural love for him, what to do. So I'm not envy. I'm not partial to because I provide everyone the same. Like the rain. Rain pours down everywhere. It doesn't think rock kahan, river kahan, land kahan. सब जगह गिराता है पानी. इसलिए मैं सब जगह सबको देता हूँ. बट भक्तों के साथ ज्यादा है. ये यथा माम प्रपद्यन्ते. That's what is said. And they are in me because their consciousness in me. So naturally, I am in them. It is not to say about any impersonalist philosophy, and then Prabhupada gives an example of gold ring and a diamond. That is truth. The diamond is put in a gold ring. The gold is also glorified. The diamond too is anyhow is glorifiable, is self-glorified. So the pure devotee actually contains the Lord within his heart. And like a gold ring, which is pure, contains the diamond in his heart. So the same way, these devotees actually, these all great Vaishnavas, they are like they are considered to be as they are like gold and they glitter. So that is why the Lord also, the devotee wants to be called out by Krishna's name. So that's why we are given Das. Maybe somebody's name may be like we have devotees now whose name may be like Sundar Shyam Das. The Sundar Shyam is who? Krishna. The devotee is called by the name of the Lord. And the Lord also wants to be called out by his devotee's name. Gopi Jana Vallabh. Right? No? So he's like that. He wants to be called out by his devotee's name. And the devotee wants to be called out by Krishna's name, right? As a servant of the Lord. That's what is being said over here. So they are in bond. They are in one with me. They are in me, and I am in them. That kind of a thing has been said over here. Or a gold and a diamond. And also an analogy is spoken about the tree. See that the Lord may. I am not equal. I am equal to everyone, like a tree. Because the scripture says that Krishna to be the desire tree. So desire tree, what it does, जो भी मांगो वो मिल जाता है, right? ना? But the Lord is not exactly like a desire tree. He's something very different for his devotees. Why? Because the tree may do what, Prabhu? The tree may be, the tree may give, the tree is not attached to anybody who comes and takes his shelter. He is not attached to them. And same way, the tree may not have any problem if the enemy also of the person comes, he gives the shade to him also. So, but the Lord is not like this. Lord kills the enemies of his devotees, like Hiranyakashipu was killed. He became inimical to Pralhad, he was killed. He is not like a tree. He is much more than a kalpavriksha. So So the Lord is saying over here, that is how I have a special friendship with my devotees. You know, I don't have any attraction. I'm not having any prejudice arising from attraction and repulsion. That's not. I'm equal to everyone. I neither hate or not favor anyone. But those who worship me with devotion, they exist in me, and I also exist in them. You know, that's what has been said. So I'm so aham tateshu. I'm attached to them, and they are attached to me. They mine. That's what happens. So they are attached to each other, and uh, and that's what has been said. So some people may say that some person may explain that the word "tu" over here, you know, indicates intentions that I'm equal to all, but still I favor my devotee. Does it means that the Lord has some prejudice classed as affection for the devotee? So, but they said, no, 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 not it is. Rather, it is not a prejudice, but rather it is an ornament. Nah, it is a Lord's ornament. Hmm. So, so his ornament, what it does, it enhances the beauty. It is not a fault. So this nature of the Lord that he loves his devotee is his ornament. Nah. It is not an fault of the devotee. It is not a fault of the Lord. So affection of the Lord for his devotee is well known. And he does not have any affection for Jnani and Yogi. No. Just as, somebody like person, like a person have affection for his own servant than and not for the servant of somebody others. So the Lord has affection for his devotees and not for the devotees of other demigods, Shiva, Durga, anybody like that. So he's very clearly saying, see, I am I possess all divinities who possess unequal natures. You know, they all have unequal natures, like the devas, men, animal, and all those people, and they because of their karma. But see, I don't have any hatred or favoritism towards anyone. But somebody becomes friend to me, becomes a devotee to me. He is attached to me, so I become attached to them. You know. So that's why then there's one verse very beautiful which says about this. But it's much time. I won't take much ahead now. Uh, Maybe tomorrow we'll continue from this one. I will take, and then we'll go ahead. If you have any questions, you hold it. We'll take it in the beginning of the class tomorrow. We end over here. Thank you for hearing. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai.